Welcome into Scoop City. I'm the Athletic Senior NFL Insider. Hope you guys are having a fabulous summer. Make sure you like and subscribe for all your NFL scoops. Our Scoop City Best of Series continues from Season 1 with one of the most intriguing quarterback coordinator pairings in the NFL from last season. We had Jayden Daniels and Kliff Kingsbury. We spoke to both of these guys over the year. Here is a look back at both our conversations where we chat about what their expectations are going to be as a duo, their playbook installs, and what it takes to really build that trust between player and coach. You got this first year under your belt, and it's so difficult to figure out how that first year is going to go. But you seem to have so much success because of your poise. Every shot we would see of you on the sideline, it's like you don't even have blood pressure. You have no pulse. Nothing shakes you. How do you stay so poised?
I just stay in the moment, stay present. I don't worry about the play that happened before. I don't worry about the play that happened or the next play. I'm just trying to stay present in the moment.
What gets you going? Like, are you one of these people when you drive and you're in traffic, like you get angry? Like, what gets you, like, outside of just being so smooth and cool all the time? What's annoying to you?
There's a lot that's annoying to me. I can't air that out. But I'll just say what gets me there. Kind of when people just talk to me like kind of crazy. They trying to get me out of my character.
Oh, so they test you?
They test me. They test me. They think they could get me out of my character. But I mean, I talk some trash here and there.
Like players on the field, or like fans in the stadiums?
A little bit both.
Yeah, I'm sure those Philly fans were saying really nice things to you when you were
there.
They
actually left me alone. They left me alone. Detroit fans were talking the most to me.
Really?
Yes.
What did they go after? What did they say?
I don't know. Like,
you don't have a lot to pick at.
I just hear it, and like they keep going. So they try to get a reaction, but I kind of just laugh it off and turn around and smile.
Yeah. Going back to the draft, Nick Saban went on the record to say that you were the most NFL-ready quarterback. Why do you think you were the most ready?
I mean, that's high praise from Nick Saban. Playing him twice, so I mean, it's a lot of respect. But I just think for me personally, just going out there and just how I worked. Everybody in that draft, I don't think you could have went wrong with who you picked in our draft class as far as quarterbacks. Your
running ability is such a big part of your game. But what I've noticed is you've just done such a good job protecting yourself.
Yeah.
So what is going through your mind when you're gaining those yards and you're running it and you're putting your body out there to take shots?
I think it's a fine line. Situation like the moment of the game. If we're down or like it's a big third down conversion, I have to go put my body on the line. That I will. But if it's early on the game, tie game, it's like, okay, you got to think about, man, you got to play 17 games, and then hopefully more. So you got to be available for that.
How would you describe Kliff Kingsbury as a play caller? When people ask you about him, how do you say it?
Very creative, and he wants the best for his players. There's times that, throughout the week, man, I'll send Kliff some stuff like, I think this is why I worked this week, and he'll put it in or he'll show me stuff, and it's like, how did you even come up with that? And, Kliff, when he watches film, man, he watches, like, all 32 teams. And what they did. So, Kliff is crazy.
For people that have been trying to figure out what it is about your relationship that works for you and Kliff, you obviously have tons of respect. You understand his experience, his intelligence. What do you think he did well, though, to put you in the position that you were in this year to make this transition look really smooth?
Man, I think we just had answers for different stuff. Passing-wise, we had answers. Or even in the run game. With RPOs and stuff like that. But in the pass game, man, we had answers for the different coverages they might show us. So it was like, man, if they want to go cover 2, we have an answer for this and this concept. And he just gave me the freedom to go out there and just be me also, which was a big thing.
Whenever we talk about quarterbacks having success, we always refer to what their coaches are doing to put them in that position. And one of the things that we've praised Kliff for was the fact that he was taking some stuff from LSU for you.
Right.
Yet you see other coaches don't do that with their quarterbacks. It's like, why would you not give them something they're comfortable doing? How much is that part of what made you feel ready because you ran so much of the stuff that you've done before?
Yeah, I just think just the ego. Like, nobody in that organization or anything had pride or ego. Like, Kliff was like, man, no, this is my offense. This is how I ran it. this is the scheme I'm doing. It's like, man, nah, he's open to, if anybody has suggestions, he's open to what we do best. And that's kind of the thing that he wants us to go out there and just play our best.
Well, he told me that you once, I think it was in the preseason, you were like shooting him a text about what play you wanted to run in the opening drive. Right? It's your rookie year and you're already telling the coach what you're going to do. And he's like, yeah, we're not doing that. I think you actually wound up doing it, though. I think you did. You won. Did. All right, so that being said, I feel like you have this natural need and want to maybe be an OC, right? Because, you're a play caller yourself.
Maybe.
So let's say you are Andy Reid and you are the OC in this, or Matt Nagy, right, in this Super Bowl, all right? What are you focused on in terms of playing against this Eagles defense? What do you think they need to do? Like, how would you approach this Sunday's game if you're Kansas City?
You gotta, however it is, you gotta try to take away the front that the Eagles have. Obviously, you got
Jalen Carter's not going anywhere.
I mean, he's not going. You gotta try to slow him down. I mean, that's what you do with great players. So try to slow him down and find completions. I mean, the Eagles defense, they pride themselves on negative plays. So I know Pat, obviously, he's been doing this for a long time. He's been in the Super Bowl, so I can't really tell him too much of what he could do. But for me, it's just like, man, just try to take away the negative plays. I mean, they feed off of that, and just go out there and just be you.
You hear all the stories about that Washington franchise for so many years. You weren't there for it, though, right? You just hear the stories, and I'm sure you've read some articles, and I'm sure some of it is like blows your mind. Is there anything that you observed from this fan base, though, after this year that stands out to you, knowing that it's just been a really hard few decades for them?
Man, how passionate they are. I mean, like you said, before NBA asked me before I even got drafted there, I didn't really know Washington
like
fan
the way
base
the
was
history of it,
just passionate. So as you seen, as we went in and we got later on the season and they started coming out, you see everybody's flags and stuff. They're bringing out their Washington gear and they're super passionate, man. So I'm excited that I'm a part of this organization, and get to play in front of this fan base.
All right, you're number 5.
Yep.
Obviously, Donovan McNabb, right? That's the reason, because of the picture of you wearing that Donovan McNabb jersey. So I was thinking about this. What are your top 5 favorite plays from this season? I just need the game and the play call, right? I know you know them, so they don't have to be in order of best to greatest, but what stands out to you? Just give me 5 that you can rattle off that you're like, oh, that was good.
Okay.
Game, play call.
Okay. Play calls is tough. We'll be giving our plays away because we say a lot. I'll say no order. Cincinnati game, on that third down I threw to Terry for a touchdown. Philly game at home, the second time we played them, the game winning touchdown. The Hail Mary's in there.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be in there.
It has to be in there.
No play call there.
No play call there. I would say favorite plays, sheesh. 4th and 2 versus Tampa, playoff game. And I would say the last one would be Detroit game where I threw the bomb to De'Ami Brown. So those are my favorite plays.
Okay, so here's what's funny is our team was like, he's not going to be able to just pull 5 plays. I said, he's the quarterback. He's going to remember his 5 favorite plays. And look, see? Once you started to think about it, it came right to you. So we're out here in the rain, and I was actually thinking, watching you coach, this is a man who took a one-way ticket to Thailand just a few years ago. How does the weather and the life experience that you're having in Washington compare to your time in Thailand?
It's been not as sunny, but it's been good. I'm excited to be here. Working for DQ has been amazing. And then the quarterback room has been awesome. Marcus Mariota and Jayden and Jeff Driscoll. We got Sam Hartman, so it's been fun. It's been a deal that's really re-energized me and made me realize why I like coaching so much.
Yeah, I'm glad you used the word re-energize, because Zach Ertz said to me as he was walking off the field, you talking to Kliff? I said, yeah. He's like, he's got more energy now than he did in Arizona. And I know how invested you are and how much time you put into your work in building Kyler Murray and building that team. And what you did was really good. That being said, what is it about this experience that you just feel maybe a little different this time?
Just my ability now to pour into the offensive side and get to know the players and the relationships. And DQ creates an environment that he wants you to be yourself and make it fun for the players. And that is right down my alley. So after being around the college kids for a year at USC and then getting this fresh start, it's just been awesome. I just feel like it's where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, when you were, let's call it the CEO of an organization, you don't get to spend that much time specifically with just the offense. Now you get to do that. Do you like being in this role now where you get to just do what you're best at compared to having to oversee all of it?
It's been good. You know, I was never an OC in the NFL, so I jumped straight from college head coach to NFL head coach. So to be able to do this and really focus on our players and on that side of the ball and pour everything into the offense is a new experience, and I'm really enjoying it.
All right, so I've never met Jayden. Okay, I know nothing about him. I mean, I know about him, but I don't know him the way you have. Tell me what he's like, first just as a guy.
He's humble. He's humble, but very, very competitive when he gets on the field. I mean, he talks as much trash as anybody on the field. Off the field, you never guess it. But
so he's out there just getting in guys' faces.
With everybody. Bobby Wagner. I mean, the vets. Like, so he has a lot of fun. He wants to win every drill, but he shows up ready to work, and he attacks it with a great energy every day. And so it's been a joy. He's really, like I said, lifted me up, lifted our quarterback room up, just the way he approaches practice every day. You're
known around the league as a guy who just knows how to develop quarterbacks. You know how to take the talent they have, their intellect, and form it into greatness. What skill do you think you have as a coach that you're able to help these guys?
I've been lucky, I'll say that, being around the right guys, that's first and foremost. But I just try to let them play to their strengths and try to figure out what that is and what they do best, and then let them work on that first and then build from there. And so far it's worked, and I'm really excited to work with this new one.
Jayden, what is he going to bring as a quarterback? What do you think his best skill is right now? It could change, but at this moment right now, as we're just a few weeks out from the opener, what do you think is the best talent he brings to the Commanders?
Yeah, from a young guy's perspective, I would say his ability to progress through reads. A lot of times young guys will get hung up on their first read and either throw it or run, and he's a guy who can get to his second, third reads, and with the running backs we have to be able to find your checkdowns and know where they're at, he's really excelling at that at an early age.
How much do you guys talk? How does that work? What's the communication like with your quarterback?
Quite a bit, yeah, quite a bit. We text quite a bit. Yesterday he was texting me play ideas for the first play. He wants to throw it deep. I'm like, we're not throwing it deep first play of the preseason. So he is really good, man. He's has a great rapport with the guys, with the coaches, and he wants to be coached.
Zach said to me, he's not gonna be good. He is good, right? He is good. Knowing a quarterback has all the right things that they're bringing already, but they're still young. What are some things that you worry about early on when you have a guy that just doesn't have experience yet?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be ups and downs with a young guy, and he's handled it well. I think his experience in college was starting in Arizona State, then transferring. He played for Brian Kelly, who coaches quarterbacks as hard as anybody ever in the history of football, has really helped him. And so I just, if his process stays the same, his consistency to each and every day stays the same, the success will come. He's just got to hang with it, and when we go through the bad times, just keep working.
Thanks for tuning into Scoop City. If you want to hear more, make sure you like and subscribe. We drop our new episodes every Tuesday and Friday.